Welcome to the Heart and Mind of Business. We're really excited to have you here. Today's conversation is all about tools. Tools are really important when we are starting off on a new business, and we're going to share some of our special software apps, which are fantastic tools to get you moving in your business. We'll see you in a moment.
So welcome to this week's episode of Heart and Mind of Business. Today, let's talk tools.
Tools are like the cornerstone, aren't they? We can't do stuff without tools these days. And there are some super amazing tools to be able to use that will make life so much easier, help you create really professional looking stuff for a fraction of the cost of paying somebody else to do it.
Now, by all means, if you have a large budget and you'd like to hire somebody, you can certainly outsource all of these things. But for most new business owners that are just starting out, they're trying to save a little bit of money. So these tools are places that you can go to do it yourself. At least in the beginning, I love doing it yourself, learning how to do it. Then when you outsource it to someone else, you know what expectations you can have for what they can accomplish and what they can't accomplish. So I'm going to start by talking about Canva. If you follow me anywhere on social media, you have heard me talk about Canva before, because I am a Canva fan. So what Canva is an online place where people with no experience at design can go and create great graphics. Canva.com. There is a free version that you can use, or you can pay for I think it's called Pro or Premium or whatever. I think it's Pro for like $14.99. It's $15 a month. Come on, you spend more on coffee, honestly, right? But this tool gives you thousands of ideas. All you have to do is pick the kind of graphic you want to create. So a social media post, a business card, a brochure, a postcard, whatever it is you're looking to create, pick that, and then we'll take you into hundreds of options. Even gives you a search bar where you can search by topic within that category. And then it will give you tons of pre-designed ones to choose from that you literally can click on. Now, here's the beautiful part is not only can you grab that, but everything can be modified. Every color, every font, every piece of it can be modified so that you can be true to your brand, right? As a pro user for my $15 a month, it lets me put in my colors that are specific to my business. So I have the color numbers and the fonts that I always use right inside my customization. So I literally can click it and it always matches. Everything always matches. The font defaults to my font that I use for my business. It's a beautiful thing from a graphic design standpoint. Easy to use. Once you're in there and you've figured out the basics of it, there is no end to what you can create. And the beautiful thing is they have now added some cool new tools like I will print for you. So you can create a postcard. They'll literally print it for you and send it to you. Or you create a social media post, go into the calendar and schedule it right from your Canva. So my number one tool for the new business owner, spend a couple hours and learn how to use Canva, canva.com, get signed up with a free account. That's your first step right there.
And you're right. I mean, there are lots of other different tools out there. I use different ones, but I've got the free version of Canva. But it's not just the social media stuff. It's the images that you can have on your website. It's the infographics, the flyers, the business cards, your logo. So much you can do in any of these types of tools. So explore, have fun. It's like
it is fun
again, creating images and have fun with it. That's what I would say.
Yeah, check it out.
So the one thing you can do with that is you can upload your own images. Now, sometimes we have our own images that we want to use, especially if it's like a picture of ourselves. But there are other times when we just want an image to support the words that we're saying on the website or flyer. And you think, well, how on earth do I get that where it's copyright free or royalty free, or, you know, where you're not going to end up in some hot water? So there are some different sites that you can use where they're like a community where people are uploading, agreeing to the terms that it can be used by anybody.
Right.
And the one site I like is Pixabay. So Pixabay is a great site. It's got images, it's got thousands, and some of them are really wonderful quality images. You have videos. So sometimes it's nice to illustrate your point with a little video.
Mhm.
They also have music on there. They have different types of graphics, you know, illustration type and vector images. So there is usually something on there that you can find that you can use or adapt, incorporate into, like you were talking about Canva. So you can use that. So I just think it's a wonderful resource for being able to upload your own things you'd like to share, and being grateful, making use of the things that other people have put on there.
And here's just a quick tip for you. Don't just Google it in the images and grab images, because often those are copyrighted and you can get in a lot of trouble. You can get fined and you can get sued. And it is no fun if you've built a whole bunch of stuff, marketing material, and even your website around an image, and then somebody says, hey, pull that down, or, you know, pay me $10,000. Yeah, so just avoid that by finding your graphics from a place that offers them royalty free, like Pixabay or Creative Commons, or, you know, wherever, or inside Canva. Those are all, you're free to use them because you're paying for that service. But just be aware of that. You can't just grab images off of the internet and use them without permission, because somebody might get upset with you. So, little tip.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are lots of other different software apps where you can pay for images as well. So if you want a specific one, you know, that might not be available on one of the free ones, then you can, you know, you can pay for images. But like you say, you've got to be careful. You wouldn't want to suddenly have somebody knocking on your door and demanding money.
Yeah, and I've actually, my web designer from my original website a few years ago talked about that a lot, because he had somebody come after him, and he said there's actually companies out there that put images out there and use a software to track
Yeah.
if somebody uses them somewhere else for the specific purpose of, I mean, they don't ever sue them. They just say, we will sue you unless you pay us, you know, $2,500 or whatever. So you've made a business out of going after people. So just protect yourself and avoid that altogether. That's just good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next tool that I'm going to share is called Zoom AI, Zoom.ai. Now, it's not Zoom like we're all used to Zooming right now. We all have, you know, Zoom-itis right now because we're on Zoom so much, Zoom fatigue, whatever they're calling it. This is called Zoom.ai, and it is an artificial intelligence scheduler, and it is a beautiful thing. A scheduler does two things for you. First of all, a scheduler makes it so that you don't have to have the back and forth with a client or potential client, right? It gives them the ability to click, go in and choose a time that you've predetermined that you're available in your own schedule that will also work for them. So they just grab a spot on your calendar. Now, the beautiful thing about Zoom.ai is it also has that artificial intelligence piece built in where I'll automate messages back to them saying, great, you're signed up. You know, can't wait to see you on Monday at 3 o'clock or whatever you chose. So it's a freeing thing. If you've ever been in a position where you tried to get one person or several people even together for a meeting, the back and forth is crazy. That's valuable time you could spend elsewhere in your business. Crazy to try and do that yourself when there are tools, inexpensive tools that will automate that process for you. You could also drop a link on your website, right? Because remember, we got our website up now. Drop a link on your website where people who don't even know you could go, oh, I'd love to have a conversation with this person about this benefit. I think I might be a good fit for this. They can hop on your schedule as well. I have a little place where it says tell me what you'd like to chat about so that I know before I get on the Zoom call or the phone call with them, what it is that we're going to discuss so I can be prepared. So super inexpensive tool, totally worth your time. Check it out.
And I use it too, and I really like it. I must admit, it's a really great tool. You can incorporate all sorts of things. You can get it to pay for somebody booking a session with you, but it reminds you too. So not only can you integrate it with Zoom, as in zoom.us, which is the conferencing tool that we're using, but you can integrate it with that, so that when somebody books a meeting, it automatically sets up your virtual meeting room, which is fantastic. So you don't have to do that. And if somebody wants to reschedule or to cancel, they can just go into the calendar appointment, and there is a link there for them to be able to reschedule or to cancel. So it just makes it so much easier and professional looking. So I just think that's wonderful. And so thank you for sharing that. And the last one I want to talk about is Camtasia.
Good
so
tool.
We've talked about using images. We've talked about, in the last episode, we talked about websites, and we know the power of video. Video is like super powerful. People will stop and watch a little video where they might not stop and really read a graphic, or they might see an image and think, oh yeah, that's nice, but not interact with it. With a video, they're more likely to. So one of the tools I love for creating videos is Camtasia. It is a really easy piece of software for editing. You can add music in there and images, and just together creating, you can do voice narration. You know, I've created meditations on there, all sorts that you can use to do all your videos, really. You can incorporate and upload images. You can make lower thirds so that your name and your business scrolls across the screen. You can do intros and outros. You can put your color codes in. So there's
so much.
Yeah.
So I use Camtasia as well, but here's a fun fact. The Heart and Mind of Business, this very show, edited in Camtasia every week. We edit it in Camtasia, right? So we can add our intro and outro, our lower thirds, our music, all of those pieces, all done in Camtasia. Yeah. Pretty easy to use. There's a little bit of a learning curve at first, but the company has done a great job of giving you tutorials to help you figure out the pieces. So not overly complicated, just spend a little time figuring it out, because video makes such an impact. I think it's an important piece, tool that you need.
Yeah, and we're not affiliated with any of these tools.
No,
just ones that we have picked up, we've used, and we get a lot of value from. So, and if we find it really useful, you may too.
Yeah, and we will share it with you if we find it useful. Okay. Once again, thank you for joining us for our Wednesday at the Heart and Mind of Business, and joining us today for Let's Talk Tools. Please hop into the comments below, share what tools you're using that we might not know about, right? We don't know everything. We'd love to hear about the tools that you're using. Also, like and share, subscribe, hit that notification so you know when we're going to be live. Come back every Wednesday and join us. We'd love to share some more great stuff with you.
Yeah, and it's all about being in this together, creating a business. We all need support. We all need a bit of other people's opinions and knowledge, and we can learn from you just as much as hopefully you're learning from us. So we look forward to getting to know you a little better and what you're doing. So like Clara said, please share, please like and comment, and just, have fun with this. It's building a business is meant to be fun.
It is. Join us each week right here. All right. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Take care.
See you later. Bye.